All right, so this is going to be a walkthrough for question number 4 on the Stoichiometry Worksheet 2. So the question says, if I start with 20 grams of hydrochloric acid, how many grams of sulfuric acid will I produce? The very first thing we see here is we have a reaction, but our equation is not balanced. So let's go ahead and balance our reaction. So I see that I have 2 hydrogens in my H2SO4. So I need to have a 2 in front of my HCl. Now I've got 2 chlorines, so I need to put a 2 in front of my NaCl, which works out because I also have 2 sodiums in my sodium sulfate. All right, so now I have a balanced reaction. When I look at these reactions, I always like to think about what do I have information about and what am I looking for information about. So my question tells me I have 20 grams of HCl and I'm trying to find grams of sulfuric acid. So there's what I have, and there's what I need. So let's try to make a plan to see how I can get from what I have to what I need. So my plan is going to start with grams of hydrochloric acid, grams of HCl. And I know anytime I'm doing a stoichiometry problem, if I'm trying to get between one compound and another compound, I have to go through moles. So I'm going to go from grams of HCl to moles of HCl. Once I know things about moles of HCl, then I can convert that into moles of H2SO4. And from moles of H2SO4, I can get to grams of H2SO4. So here's sort of my plan on how I can work through this problem. And then I can fill in the information I need. So to get from grams to moles, I need a molecular weight to do that. To go from moles of one thing to moles of another thing, I need my mole ratio from my balanced reaction. To go from moles to grams, I need a molecular weight. So let's go ahead and find those molecular weights so that we're all set up to go. So remember, we can use our periodic table to look up our weights of our different elements. So HCl, my molecular weight for HCl is 36.46 grams per mole. For H2SO4, we've got 98.09 grams per mole. And then I'll use those in my conversion. Okay, so the first step in this process is I need to go from grams of HCl to moles of HCl. So I'm starting off with 20.00 grams of HCl. And then to convert that to moles, I'm going to use my molar mass. So 36.46 grams of HCl on the bottom, so that my units cancel out, is equal to 1 mole of HCl on the top. Okay, if I stopped here, I'd be in moles of HCl. So next, I need to convert from moles of HCl to moles of H2SO4. From my balanced reaction, I see that it takes 2 moles of HCl to react with every 1 mole of H2SO4, right? Because I've got 2 moles, 1 mole. So my conversion now would get me into moles of H2SO4. I'm trying to get to grams of H2SO4. So I know that every 1 mole of H2SO4 is going to equal 98.09 grams of H2SO4. So if I've written all this out, I should see that my units work themselves out until I end up with just having grams of H2SO4 left. So grams of HCl will cancel out. Moles of HCl cancel out. Moles of H2SO4 cancel out. And at the end, I'm going to be left just with grams of H2SO4. So now I can go through and do all my math. And if I do that, if I multiply and divide everything, I get 26.90 grams of H2SO4 that can be produced.